Carl had some work in Greytown recently, so while she was busy, Adrian, her colleague Mary's husband, took me to the Shushu Hot Spring on the Tugela River. It's in northeastern KZN, about a 45-minute drive from Greytown, past Kranskop and going towards Nkandla, which is famous for something. Kranskop is named for the Kop, a rather distinct mountain and landmark. We descended a steep pass to the river, with breathtaking views on either side. The Shushu Spring is under the Tugela for most of the year, but can be enjoyed in June to September when the river level is low. The spring is situated next to an island on the Tugela and can be accessed in the dry season without even wetting your feet. Last year's severe flooding resulted in a large number of rocks being dumped across the river. This is the actual source. You can put your hand in, but it's too hot to leave it there. Those bubbles smell of sulfur coming up. That's obviously the source of the heat. Years ago, residents of Greytown made concrete baths and channeled the hot water to the baths, hot near the spring and getting cooler with their distance from the source, so one can select one's preferred temperature. After our first look at the spring, we took a walk around the island, which had some interesting plants that I'd never seen before, like the segmented cactus. Also, this tree seemed to have trunks made up of roots woven together. This was also unusual to me. On the other side of the little island, the river was wider and flowing quite a lot faster. If you look carefully, you can see how last year's flooding left roots exposed and debris quite high on the trunks and branches. An interesting feature on the island were the beautiful tree orchids, often suspended high above the ground. They seem to have a symbiotic relationship with the tree, as it doesn't damage the tree, they just seem to be happy to live together. Under the trees on the island are demarcated campsites, and I'm told a large horde of people trek from Greytown every year to spend a month, usually July, on the island. They bring luxury furniture and cases of brandewijn and coke for consumption while they bathe in the hot pools or relax on their sofas. After our walk around the island, we sat in one of the hot pools and watched the goats accumulate, followed by the donkeys and then the cows, all on the main side of the river. After that, we dried off and went back to the other side of the river where the car was and had our own bit of a picnic. As we drank our coffee, we just watched the animals loafing around in no hurry to do anything. And there were a couple of white-fronted bee-eaters flying off their perches, catching some insect and coming back to eat them. That was quite entertaining. On the way back, we just took a last look at the Kop and a couple of views of the Tugela River.